Unscripted.
You know, despite my recent issues with PlayStation, again, that stuff should not really come as much of a surprise since they said that they were going to do the PC stuff a while ago. But, you know, for me personally, I think that Sony's innovations have always been something that I kind of admired and respected in the industry. They were always willing to go out there and kind of do things that, you know, maybe none of us have seen before. And you know what? I feel like that's going to be something that continues to drive them to go forward many, many years down the line. And that's just going to be inevitable. And I'm very thankful that I'm kind of at least a part of that right now. You know, how much longer will any of us game or whatever? You know what I mean? I don't know. There's not really an age limit. There's not really a time frame. You know, I still got a couple of years before, well, not a couple of years, but a year and a half before I turn 40. I don't think there's any kind of number there that you kind of just go, oh, well, maybe I'll stop gaming now. You know, I don't really think it goes like that. But I do think that the more that Sony takes kind of risks, and as long as they're still doing consoles, and as long as consoles are still a thing, you know, I'll continue to be able to go out there and kind of do my own thing and to be able to have fun with that. You know, and I think that's the most important thing when it comes to video games, is that we have fun with this stuff, and that not only that we have fun with it, but that we engage with it in such a way that, you know, it always makes us happy. You know, if gaming isn't making you happy, then I feel like that's something that, you know, really then maybe you shouldn't be gaming. You know, like for me, I do find it a little bit weird because at least for me personally, you know, I find it a bit tricky because I do suffer from things like anxiety and from depression, so it's hard to sometimes keep a positive lookout on everything. But, you know, Sony does do a good job of kind of getting some good news out there and stuff like that. And, you know, even given yesterday's mixed reaction, if they hadn't done the PC stuff, I feel like yesterday would have been nothing but wins for Sony. But the fact that they did the PC stuff, yeah, it was kind of a little bit sucky or whatever. But you know, everybody will move on, and we'll all kind of move on. And then the next game that gets announced for PC, people will freak out again, and then, you know, it'll be a thing. I personally won't, because I, you know, most likely already played it. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to getting into this video topic. Cool stuff coming from PlayStation hardware wise. I want to get into it. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you so much for checking it out. Hey, I really do appreciate it. Please like, share, subscribe. I would appreciate that as well. It helps out the channel tremendously, and you know what, it means a lot to me personally. If you guys are looking for a way to help out a crappy little channel like mine, the best way to do it, a simple like. It really does mean a lot. And again, you know, if you're looking for a way to just like be a cool person, a like is the best way to do it. Shout out to all the old subscribers, new subscribers, and everybody in between. You know, Jim Ryan did a pretty interesting interview that went out, and everybody was kind of talking about it. But I think one of the things that maybe went under the radar is the PlayStation 5 was confirmed to be getting a next-gen version of PlayStation VR, but it's not going to be launching this year. So there was some very interesting stuff. And as you guys know, I am a PlayStation fanatic. So ever since the launch of the PlayStation 5, there's been a nagging question: what's going on with PlayStation VR? Sony poured a lot of resources into PSVR this past generation, and thus far, they've been silent about a new version of the headset that would take full advantage of the PlayStation 5's power. Well, that changed today. A senior VP of platform planning, Mr. Nishono, announced a new next-gen PlayStation VR system is indeed on the way. Now, while details are still scarce, he did drop a few hints about what's in the works. He says, and I quote, "Our next-generation VR system will be coming to PlayStation 5, enabling the ultimate entertainment experience with dramatic leaps in performance and interactivity. Players will feel an even greater sense of presence and become even more immersed in their game worlds once they put on the new headset. We're continuing to innovate with our new VR system so that our fans can continue to enjoy the unique experiences that are synonymous with PlayStation. We're taking what we've learned since launching PSVR on PlayStation 4 to develop a next-generation VR system, and that enhances everything from resolution and field of view to tracking and input. It will connect to PlayStation 5 with a single cord to simplify setup and improve ease of use, while enabling high-fidelity visual experience. One of the innovations we're excited about is our new VR controller, which will incorporate some of the key features found in a DualSense wireless controller, along with a focus on great ergonomics. That's just one of the examples of future-proof technology that we're developing to match our vision of a whole new generation of VR games and experiences." So it does sound like they are doing some future-proof technology and some very interesting stuff. And for me personally, this is like a godsend. You can't really ask for much better than this. Again, that's not a cap or anything like that. I really do look forward to, VR. I love VR. It's like one of my favorite things about PlayStation, and it's one of the things that I was most disappointed about with Microsoft was the fact that they kind of went back on their initial promise of doing VR on the Xbox One X. Even though Phil Spencer, was out there and was saying, hey, you know what, we're definitely gonna be doing VR. We're definitely gonna be doing VR. And then, kind of pull the plug on that the way that they did was very unfortunate and just something that I found to be pretty much disheartening, to say the least. But, at the end of the day, it's their company and they can be, they can do sort of what they want to do. And I feel like that's, what they're going to continue to do. So as far as I can tell, that's a very smart move on Sony's part, and I like the fact that they're innovating with this. So it sounds like the new PlayStation VR system will be an evolution of PSVR, and it looks like it's going to be something that's going to be pretty much the front runner, because if you think about it, the PlayStation VR is the most successful headset on the market by a wide margin. So you got to kind of do what works. I really do hope that they I hope that they continue to come out with games for it as well. I think that's the most important thing, is you have to be able to get people involved. And I think to get people involved, you have to keep people their games and stuff like that. You have to see that not only do you have this headset, but you have to have the software. So that's the main important thing. That's what I keep telling people about anything, right? Like if you have a Xbox, you have to have software for it. If you have a PlayStation VR, you have to have software for it. It kind of starts and stops with that. I think Sony did a pretty good job with the software on what they had for it already. But if the rumors are true and like a Horizon Zero Dawn standalone game is coming to VR, I would love that. Like that would be a very smart move. And as far as I could tell, that's something that we probably will see. I would love to see, the next Gran Turismo have a VR mode, maybe an Uncharted VR game. Like you want to put your main properties. Now don't put your main studios working on that, but I think it'd be easy to go back and kind of make something significantly wonderful for VR, because it is a truly magical thing, especially when it's done right. And I love the fact that Sony's going out of their way to sort of do that and kind of get things out there that take full advantage of that. That's really going to be kind of what we kind of look to as we go into the future. What are we going to be able to get out there to kind of bring this about to where we can all be impressed by it, and that to me is really exciting. So I would love to see it. And again, a lot of you have come around and go, hey CG, I've really come to enjoy VR. I picked up a PlayStation VR and I really loved it. I was skeptical at first, and now I love it, and I think that's really sort of the way that we kind of look at things nowadays, right? Is I was even very skeptical about it, right? I was super skeptical about, hey, you know what? This is something that probably is pretty lame or whatever. And, and I remember being very skeptical about it for a long time. And then you just kind of see it and you're just like, you know what? This is actually pretty cool when you actually play it, and you feel very immersed. And I think one of the first things that I played was that little Star Wars demo. It was like about a 30-minute mission on Battlefront, the first Battlefront from 2015. And it was like, and I was in an X-Wing. And you're just flying through the stars, and I was just like, whoa, this is really cool. And then obviously there was other things, like I played the Star Trek game with Mooch, and we played that online. And that was just a lot of fun, to be able to go and do that. And, I just feel like that's something that, really kind of brings it out, just takes it to the next level. Do I want everything to be VR? No, I still love traditional gaming. It's not an attack on traditional gaming. I just love the fact that VR just immerses you so much. And it's been my opinion anyway that when I played VR, I haven't really been able to, you can't do it for long stretches at a time. Like you can really play a lot of these timed these type of games for maybe an hour at tops. But where you can play maybe a regular game for 3, 4, 5 hours, or some of you guys get crazy, you can play even longer than that. Maybe in my younger days, I could put in those type of hours, but not in my older days. So yeah, it's very interesting to say the least. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the strides of what they're doing with this. And again, future-proofing it, I think, is a very smart idea. I love what they've done with PlayStation VR so far. I still use my PlayStation VR. There's still new games coming out for it all the time. With that being said, I'm going to link this. You guys, let me know what you guys think about this. Are you interested in it at all? Let me know what you think. Please sound off, rate, comment, subscribe. Take a minute to consider subscribing at the very least. At the very least, like it. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Rack 'em up. Game on, my friends. Game on. Crapgamer out.
Unscripted.